Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Yoga Shalom at Home. I'm Lisa Levine. I'll be your guide this morning to a restorative safe space practice with Mudras and Vayus. The Mudras healing gesture that we're doing here now. Jennifer is our teacher this morning who brought it to me, and I feel a strengthening and a safety just practicing this mudra, so I invite you to spend a moment just centering yourself. I apologize for my watch being in your face, but I'm using it to do some timing for our extended held poses this morning, which are meant for restoration of the parasympathetic nervous system. So you'll need a bolster, a blanket, maybe blocks. Definitely, if you don't have a bolster, a cushion from your sofa would work just fine. And now let's release our hands and just begin to warm our wrists a little bit, because we're going to be using our hands in some mudras. So as we've done for the past few weeks, just begin warming your hands with a little massage, saying a blessing for our hands and our feet for bringing us to our mat, our mirror today. So mudras are the healing gestures connected to specific benefits for our bodies, our minds, and our spirits. And all the mudras we're going to do today are pretty easy, but they're meant to calm and center us and to balance out our parasympathetic nervous system, which is a part of our body that allows sleep, digestion, relaxation. It sort of balances out everything that's been happening over the last few weeks. I wanted to just share these mudras with you before we start. We're going to start with Jnana Mudra, which is just a circle. And that's going to be down on our knees as we do our pranayama, our breathing practice, in a few moments. And that brings us wisdom. Wisdom, we all need wisdom. Then when we go to our first held Supta Baddha Konasana, which is sort of a supported butterfly on the mat, we're going to bring our palms up into Chin Mudra. This is an awareness bringing mudra, so anything we might need in our awareness will come into our awareness at that moment. Then we're going to do some supported side twists, and you'll see those. And we're going to use one of the mudras that I love, which is Mushti. So tuck your thumb in, Mushti. And when we do our cobbler supported pose, we're going to use Vajra, which is clasped hands and forefingers, and really press your fingers together. Vajra Mudra. And we'll probably go back to Mushti. And then at the end, we're going to come into Anjali Mudra, a balancing mudra. So all of these mudras we'll be using along this morning with some Vayu presence, the energy centers, the energy movement in the body. So up, in, out, down, and around. And I'm going to suggest some of those energy movements to you. You can imagine them in your head, or you can bring them into your third eye, which is an imagining of how these energies move through your body. And what they do is balance out your chakras and all of the energy running up and down your spine. In Hebrew, it's called Shefa. It's kind of a divine energy. We're going to be aware of all those energies today. Let me just turn the music down just a tiny bit. Here we go. So as we bring ourselves into balance this morning, just find a comfortable place and ground down. Let's do a check-in, and I've, I've written a poem for us this morning, my friends. I was thinking yesterday I invited someone to this practice and they said, well, I just don't have time. I'm too busy. So I wrote this for us. It's called Take Time. And I really appreciate all of you taking the time to be here, just to take a few moments. Take time to stop, slow it down. Inhale deeply and release. Release all those negative thoughts and fears. Take time to write, to expose the inner sanctum of your heart and to create inside a space for healing. Take time to look out and see the small buds on the trees, so tiny, the promise of their flowers still buried deeply beneath the bark. Take time to look out and behold the sky, the blueness of the sky, the promise of a day when our masks can be tossed aside and the fullness of our faces can be seen in all their glory. Take time to notice how you feel today. How are you doing? Can you feel the regenerative powers of breath filling your spirit? Or are you barely breathing? Take time to write, to read, to be still in your centeredness, in your holiness, in your Mishkan Ma'at, at your holy Ma'at mat place, where the space of forgiveness opens wide like a river of kindness and compassion, flowing from top to toe, widening and expanding. Take time to make time, where there is only this moment to be enjoyed, to be cherished, to be shared, to bring blessing. Only this moment for self-love. Let's spend a few moments, my friends, just clearing our minds of even those words that I just shared with you. Do a body scan, check in and see how you're feeling. If there's anywhere where you feel tightness or you're holding or emotional pain, send your breath into that space and maybe bring Jnana Mudra, your wisdom, into your body. I'm going to move to the back of my mat, to my mat space, to my Mishkan Me'at. And I'm seated on a blanket today, just to lift my hips a little bit. I'm going to bring my hands into Jnana Mudra and lift from the top of my head, ground down through the sits bones. Allow the shoulders to fall away from your ears, the light of your heart to shine through, and just continue scanning. If you find something that needs support, my knees need support, I'm going to use my blocks. Building from the ground up today, supporting, building this safe space for our practice. Swallow in your throat. Allow your thoughts to float away like clouds. And as those thoughts come into your head, don't judge. Today's practice is for you, for your well-being, for your self-care. So always pay attention to how you're feeling, what feels comfortable for you. Pack up all those to-do lists. Silence your phone if you haven't already done that. I think I forgot to actually, so I'm put my phone, I need to put my phone on airplane mode. There we go. Otherwise, it could ring. I don't want that to happen, so. Well, drop your attention now, my friends, with your mudra, grounding, either palms down or palms up, wisdom and awareness. And drop your awareness into your breath. We're going to begin a pranayama practice that includes kumbhaka breathing, which is a practice of pausing after you inhale and pausing after you exhale. I'm going to take you through it. We're going to do a few full breaths as we have learned to do in our practice. Do a check-in of your spine. Make sure you're lifting, that your knees feel supported. If you're sitting in a chair, that's absolutely fine. Close your eyes if that's available to you, or soften your gaze in front of you. Follow the sound of my voice. Empty your breath completely. Inhale through your nose. Fill your lower belly like you're filling a balloon, your lower lungs, and your upper lungs. Fill, and then as you release, allow the breath to release through your nose. If you practice ujjayi or ocean breath, make a sound in the back of your throat, almost like you're fogging a mirror with your mouth closed. Inhale through your nose, lower belly. Relax your arms, lower lungs, upper lungs, and release the air, upper lungs, lower lungs, lower belly. One more 3-part breath. Imagine you're filling a glass with water, inhaling, lower belly, lower lungs, upper lungs. Zip the water all the way to your throat. Life-giving waters like a river of healing. And then as you exhale, imagine the water just draining out through your belly button until your lungs are completely empty. The glass is empty. Now pause. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Lower belly, lower lungs, upper lungs. Fill a little bit fuller and pause. 1, 2, 3. Release the air slowly. Release anything you don't need. Sense the prana vayu, the energy flowing through your body. Release all the air and pause. 1, 2, 3. Now inhale. Lower belly, lower lungs, upper lungs, breathing into your collarbones and your sides. Filling, and pause. 2, 3. Time for 4. 4. And release slowly. Imagining that all of your fears and stress are draining away. Release anything you don't need. Pull belly button to spine. Bring all the air out. And after you do that, pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Lower belly. Lower lungs. Expand the side lungs. Use all of your lung capacity. Filling. 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 Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and slowly release the air, but don't allow your spine to compress. Keep lifting as you release the air completely. Allow all the air out of your balloon, pulling belly button to spine. Pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale one last time. Huge big inhale. Lower belly, lower lungs, upper lungs, into your collarbone. Hold or pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, and release slowly as you possibly can. If you feel emotions coming up as you deepen your breath, that's good. Allow them just to flow, to release, to join the flow of the river. Release all your breath and breathe normally. If you have any things supporting your knees, take those out. Roll around your wrists a little bit. Inhale normally and exhale. Let the air out of your mouth. Release anything you don't need. Pull back on your right hand. Straighten that right hand out. Stretch. And your left hand, pull back. Stretch. And release. And we're going to go into our first extended held pose, which is a Supta Baddha Konasana. And I'm going to have you bring your bolster just to the right side of your body, okay? And then just slowly we're going to do this heart opening. I'd like you to keep your hands in Chin Mudra, which is just as a circle with your palms up. Udana Vayu. Udana means up, upward energy, and we're just going to go back on our bolsters. And I'm going to bring my feet into cobblers on top of a pillow. You could use a pillow if you want, and I really want to support myself from the ground up, so I'm even going to use my block. Opening the heart center. Udana Vayu, and imagine the energy from your heart center traveling upwards, drawing energy from your feet, your legs, your shoulders, and shooting out through your heart. Swallow in your throat and relax into this heart opening expression of release. If there's anything you're holding in your heart that you'd like to let go of. Inhale using the pranayama that we just practiced. And as you exhale through your nose, imagine that going out through your heart and up. Relax your arms back and breathe. Each one of these poses will be held for about 5 minutes or more. If you, at any time you need to come out, but I encourage you to relax into the pose. Allow the restorative practice to find every cell in your body. Imagine that balance or that energy, the Vayus, bringing you peace and wholeness. Don't forget to breathe. As you inhale, draw your right leg over to left. And slowly push yourself up. That brought out some emotion for me. Take a nice deep breath. Bring your feet together, my friends, into cobblers and just massage your feet, just as we did our hands. Bring a little warmth into your feet before we bring ourselves into our neck supported asana. This mudra, Vajra mudra, our hands are clasped tightly and our forefingers are together. So we're going to go into that mudra in a moment, but we're in Baddha Konasana here, and I'm going to bring my bolster here so that I can do a supported Baddha Konasana. So we really are opening the hip area, but we also want to be supported in this. And I feel like I need a couple things. I need my block under. I need another pillow, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to bring my mudra into my hands and sort of just fold forward. If you feel you need a little bit more support, you can even get another block. So I'm using the whole 9 yards here. And the Vayu that we're dealing with here is called Samana Vayu. Samana is an inward Vayu. So I want it to invite us with this extended restorative asana to look inwards, to imagine an energy flow within your body that brings you safety and wholeness. And also to think about all the things that make you feel safe and to bring those into your extended holding, extended expression, I want to say, of this asana. Remember to breathe. And you might feel you could be completely relaxed going down to the floor. You don't need any pillows at all. And use your third eye chakra to speak to your other energy center chakras, to bring balance to those all the way down to your root. Breathe, restore, and release. You are safe. You are warm. You are whole. I am safe. I am warm. I am whole. We are safe. We are warm. We are whole. Continue to breathe deeply. Release your shoulders downward. And feel Samana Vayu, energy pathways moving into your heart center, Anahata chakra. slowly push yourself up, seated. So we're going to continue to move very slowly into our next pose. Extend your legs forward just for a moment. I needed that, so I'm going to ask you to do that because our hips have been in that position. Inhale, arms up, and slowly forward fold. Just as comfortable as you feel. Just release down and allow the backs of your legs to release. Your hips to release. Okay. We're going to move now, my friends, into a supported side twist. I want you to be careful with these, but what's wonderful about the side twists is they really do massage all the chakras and bring them into balance, as well as all of the Vayus. So I'm going to bring my blanket here, and my pillow actually too, and my bolster in front. Bring yourself slowly down to your right side, and then put your left hand into Mushti Mudra. That is tucking your thumb into your fist. Lower yourself down onto your right side. I'm going to use this bolster to just bring my knee up on it. It feels very comfortable to me just this way. And then I'm going to extend my right leg out, down on my mat. I have my right arm on this block just for support. And as you breathe, if you'd like to just do a couple circles with your left arm, really slow. Open up your left shoulder socket. If you want to go back a little bit farther, nice and slow. Your thumb is tucked into your fist, activating that mudra, which is bringing awareness into what you need for yourself today, into your parasympathetic, your energetic body. And then if it feels good and you want to just drop that left arm behind, open your heart center, your heart chakra, your Tiferet, your balance center for Chesed and Gevurah, strength and compassion. And as you breathe, just imagine all of the safety and warmth that you need for you today coming into your heart center. The awareness of what brings you safety. What's your safe place? Begin to relax into the twist and notice the energetic body absorbing all of that wisdom and restoration. I'll bring your left arm back and gently shift yourself to the other side. I'm just going to move my bolster. I'm going to roll it right over. I'm going to go on to my left side. I'm going to draw my right leg over the bolster, bring my left arm straight. Thumb is tucked into Mushti Mudra. And gently circle your arm to the right. Big, nice, big, slow circle. Continuing to breathe, allowing the prana, vayu, the energy pathways of your body to bring oxygenated fluid all the way down to your toes, to the top of your head. And if it's available and you'd like to drop that right arm down, now I've got my block on the right, which really helps. Got my left arm out. My eyes are closed. I'm breathing and releasing. I'm imagining my safe space, my peaceful place. Breathing and opening. Releasing, reviving, rebalancing. And bring that right arm over, release your mudra, shake out your hands, and push yourself seated. This is one of my favorite parts of this practice. Let's bring our bolster right in front of us. Supported Balasana, or child's pose. Once more, Samana Vayu. And keep your thumbs tucked in, Mushti Mudra for awareness. Bring yourself right down onto your bolster or your block. And just rest your cheek and breathe. If it's more comfortable to stack your fists, feel free to do that. Or massage your third eye into your pillow. And release. Breathe. Relax your hips. Open your knees. Deep dive inward. Breathe into your back, and as you exhale, release a little bit deeper. And push yourself up. We are safe. Shake out your hands a little bit from that mudra. And let's bring ourselves, friends, into restorative posture. If you have a chair, bring your chair in right here. I'm going to move these back. And let's take a little bit of time to release some grief. So move yourself near your chair or near the wall or near your bed or near the couch or anywhere you're near. If you don't have that, you can just lie back and lift your feet straight up high. We're going to do a little Mudras and Vayus again. Our hands, palms up, chin mudra down to our sides. And relax your feet, relax your legs. Close your eyes if that's available. Bring to mind anything you'd like to release. Allow that energy to go from your hips all the way up your legs and out your feet. And breathing, releasing. You draw your knees, gather your knees into your arms and rock from side to side. Massage your lower back. And press your heels into the ceiling. And just gently rotate your feet to the right and to the left. And breathe. And release anything you don't need through your feet. And imagine that energy flowing out, joining the flow of the river. And hug the knees once again. And deepen your breath. And drop your feet and push yourself back onto your mat very slowly and gently. Maybe a pillow under your head and bolster under your knees. supported Savasana. I'm going to bring this block right under my arm. Actually, I'm not going to move them away. There we go. And time for supported Shavasana. So bring hands down to your sides, a bolster under your knees if that's good for you today. Relax your head back onto a pillow. And release your breath. Imagine that you're sinking back into your relaxation cocoon. A 5-inch cotton heated bed, blanket, sand, warmth, safe space where you're protected. And a warm blanket if you need it. Bring that over your body and make yourself warmer. But imagine now a warm blanket being drawn up over your feet and your legs. Relaxing your legs, allowing your hips to rotate open. Your spine releasing. Your organs relaxing. Arms become heavy. That warmth coming up under your chin and being tucked in that blanket of protection, a cocoon of safety. And imagine the top of your head is relaxed. Your forehead and your eyebrows drift apart. Your eyes are smiling, and that smile travels all the way down your spine, through your heart, and into your toes. A feeling of joy, of oneg, of peace. Your mouth relaxes and jaw opening. Your neck is released. Even your ear canals feel relaxed. The back of your neck, shoulders rotating outward, forearms, elbows, wrists, remembering your thumbs, saying a blessing for our hands for bringing us, allowing us to do good work in the world and bringing us the ability to type and to work a computer so that we can be here today. Sense the beating of your heart. Nikavim, nikavim, chalulim, chalulim. Openings and closings, sending oxygenated, life-giving fluid to every part of our prana vayu, our energetic body. The vagus nerve, connecting our heart with our mind. And this balancing, every time we disconnect, unplug, allowing that to sink into our body's memory. And releasing the hips and allowing the legs to become heavy, all the way down to the feet. Thanking our feet for bringing us to our Mishkan, our holy place. Knowing that everything is as it should be, feeling totally supported and safe. memorize this feeling, and we can return to it anytime we wish, simply by bringing our hands into mudra, sensing our vayus, our energy, and being aware of our breath. Wiggling your fingers, wiggling toes, becoming aware of the mat beneath you and maybe the bolster under your knees. Gently roll to your right side, make a pillow of your arms and a blanket of your legs. Hug my bolster here. Release anything you don't need. One more deep inhale and gently push yourself to seated. Wow. Hope everyone's doing well. I feel like I've had 4 hours of sleep. We're going to bring ourselves into Anjali Mudra for our healing prayer. Feel free to call someone for healing, to bring to mind all of those who are suffering in our country and around the world from this plague, COVID-19. To send our healing prayers through our energy, through our vayu, to the world. And feel that energy as you press your palms together and bring heart center. Hear our prayer, 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 hear our shalom, 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 shalom. Thank you all for joining me for this hour of safety and renewal, restorative practice. I bring the light of my vayu to all of you as I wish you a day of rest and restoration, of safety, of wholeness, of peace. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.